This current streak is shorter, but you've got to start somewhere. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Brian from Airflow Music. Welcome back to another video. This is day 63 of our Go Practice Daily series. Hope you're having a great day today. Before we get into this one, thank you for all the well wishes you've sent me in emails and in the comments and things like that. It's been lovely to hear. Very much appreciated, but I'm doing quite well now, feeling much better, as is Mrs. Davis. So there we go. Anyway, let's get into the exercises. We are currently playing from set 8, which we started in yesterday's video. And in set 8, we've changed things up a little bit. So in exercise 1, we're now working on a different expanding series, and we're back to small intervals. And in set 2, we're doing something quite different. We'll come to that. Anyway, if you don't have set 8 yet, please head to the description box down below, where you'll find a link to get the free downloadable PDF from the Airflow Music online store. Go and grab that and you'll be able to play along with me. Anyway, let's get into exercise 1. As I say, slightly different expanding series, so we start on a notated A, it goes up to high C and down to low F sharp as our start notes. Other than that, everything's the same as we've been doing. This is still a long setting exercise, or at least I'm playing it as such. It's a slightly longer one than we were doing before, but not too arduous. And so that means that I'm keeping the mouthpiece on my lips throughout the entire thing, all 31 phrases, and breathing through my nose. Anyway, other than that, we're really focusing on playing in time. So I have the metronome going at 60 beats a minute. I'm tapping my foot along with it and subdividing the beat to make sure I really stay accurately on time. And I'm breath starting the first note of each phrase and trying to breathe in time on the rest bar. Like I say, everything's the same as it has been, it's just that the sequence of notes is slightly different. So, let's get into exercise 1. For me, today's exercise one was a little bit of a mixed bag, mainly because actually I'd done a lot of practicing earlier in the day. I'm really working on trying to get my face back in shape after a couple of days off the horn and some fairly arduous gigs coming up next week. So, you know, I put a lot of work in prior to playing these, and so my response wasn't as quick to begin with as I might like it to be, although it improved as we got going. So, like I say, bit of a mixed bag, but generally not too bad. Fairly smooth. This is a little bit longer. There's a couple of things, you know, locating the notes in this different sequence presents a slight challenge to begin with, at least for me. But it'll all play into developing my accuracy and really getting a feel for where those things are. So it's a challenge I look forward to. How do you like this one? How are you finding this series? Is the range proving a problem for you? Are we pretty well set with this now? It's only a couple of extra notes on the top compared to what we were dealing with before. And in set 7 we'd already developed basically all of that range, give or take the odd note. So it shouldn't be too bad for us. But nonetheless, I'm interested to hear. And like I said yesterday, if these top notes are too much for you, just rest for those and keep playing on the low side of the pattern once it becomes that way. We're not trying to force anything, we're not trying to hurt ourselves by playing this, we're trying to build rather than knock down. Anyway, let's get into exercise 2. As we realised yesterday, exercise 2 in this set is a little bit different. The pattern has changed quite dramatically. We now have something that looks like a little bit more of a traditional flexibility pattern, followed by a scale pattern. So we're getting to move around the horn a little bit more and develop some range connectivity, which I think will be a good thing for all of us. So just follow along with it. It's simple enough, and we're not going too fast to begin with. We're going to be playing this at 80 beats a minute once again. The pattern here, we have the bar of quarter notes, a bar of eighth notes, then the repeated bar of 16th notes. Everything is slurred through the first bar of 16th notes. The second bar of 16th notes, that's the second time up and down the scale, is tongued, and then we have the hold note at the end. Once again, this isn't necessarily a long setting exercise, although you could choose to make it one. That's something I'll personally get into in another couple of days. I'm still just working through it and getting set on these. But you could do it either way. If you're not playing it long setting, then get your trumpet off your lips and reset on the 2 bars rest. Anyway, not too much else to say about that. We're just trying to keep everything nice and smooth and not play too loud, basically. So let's get into exercise 2. Exercise 2 went fairly smoothly for me for the most part. A couple of bumps and bruises on the wider interval slurs at the beginning in a couple of spots, but otherwise not too bad. You may also note that I'm opting sometimes to use alternate fingerings for my G's and F sharps on that flexibility style pattern in the last couple keys down low there. That's something you can choose to do or not. Sometimes we're playing these as direct slurs with no valve movement, sometimes because of the notes we have to move the valves. It's really about getting the slur smooth, so you could do it either way. That's really up to you. That's why I didn't mark alternate fingerings on this one necessarily. Anyway, once again, please comment below and let me know how you're finding this. I know that some of you so far have said how much you've enjoyed these new exercises. Glad to hear that. And so, yeah, thoughts and opinions always welcome. That's going to be it for this one. I will be back with another run through this set tomorrow. And if you've enjoyed the exercises, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will be back tomorrow with another video, and until then, you know very well what to do. Go practice.